everyone. Jacque Elias here at the Surveying Company with Clancy and Parkin. We are here to talk about surveying, right? So, because there are all kinds of property professionals and it can get confusing, let me just tell you, even for me. So, really understanding the importance of surveying, the role of surveyors, all of that. So really, how are surveyors part of that property puzzle?
Well, surveyors are the sharp end of the property development cycle. We're there to create a house or a building. You need land, so
right.
we create land.
Right. That's simple, huh?
Yes.
That's great.
And you know, you ask what other things do surveyors do. So, you know, as Alan said, the sharp end of the development cycle, but also surveyors are there to identify legal boundaries. You know, that's important for a lot of, you know, things that people want to do to their land. You know,
right.
They're building a new house, a new fence. So where are my legal boundaries?
Right.
That's an important role of surveyors. And also, when people are looking to develop their land, they also need a surveyor to come and essentially prepare site maps of you know, what is there, and that is used by architects, designers, other engineers, and the likes. You know, for a lot of things that people might be doing to their land and property. So, yeah, surveyors are involved with all things land. Yeah.
Nice. So many opportunities to engage a surveyor. That's great. That's great. So let's narrow that down a little bit. So when do people normally engage your service? So at the beginning?
Yeah, so if we're talking about land development, you know, and people would understand that to be a subdivision, you know, most commonly. So land development, they need to be looking to engage surveyors or surveying consultants right at the start, at the very beginning, when they're thinking, is this feasible? Is this something that we might want to do? You know, all those questions that people have come to a land development consultant, and that is, you know, surveyors, can be some town planners, some engineers who might all work in the business together.
Okay.
But you know, and then that's what and myself, that's what we do. And so yeah, come and see us, and you know, land development consultants, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Right.
We can answer most of the questions. We know who to talk to, where to turn. Yeah, we believe it's the right place to start, as opposed to say going to the council.
Right.
Where they can give you some information. You know, they can give you information from the council's perspective, but the likes of us, we can give, you know, the full overview to people.
And that's a value, right? Because then you're not having to really go to this bit. You could say, hey, look, help me.
Yeah. We're not interpreting what the council has said to the developer over the counter, which may be just confined in a very small aspect of a project. We're looking at holistically as, you know, what can be done with the land. What is the potential? We know the rules. We have those relationships with council officers, and it is a lot easier for us to ring a senior planner or a planning manager at council than often for a client to get information from a junior planner across the county.
Right. So you have a bit of a power behind you.
Old story.
Like the next
it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know, right?
Yeah.
It's important to have those key players on your team, especially when you're thinking about land development. Who has those kind of like, you know, everyday knowledge about land development? Not many.
You know, and if you come to a land development consultant, then you know, we can point you and we can recommend people to bring onto your team. It's very important to have the right team. And there's lots of other professionals that need to, you know, come into the mix. And so, yeah, they're definitely the right place to, you know, the right kind of people to start with.
That's great.
About development.
That's great.
We know how to coordinate the projects. We're looking at a whole team approach. The council officers are part of the overall team. There's ourselves, and as Kate said, other consultants, engineers, planning professionals, architects. So we work with them all.
Is there any way, I can totally see from all of that how you would bring value to a customer, right? Is there anything else that you'd like to add to that?
I mean, you know, we believe it's our experience and our relationships with, as I said, all those other people that need to be part of the team. You know, it's the relationships we have with council officers, you know, it can go right down to the people that are putting on the electricity for the new development, you know. We know these people and relationships with these people, so I think that's the value that we bring and the experience that we have of the overall process. You know, we're not just focused on one part, we know everything that needs to happen. We're not saying we do every single part, but we bring it together and we know what needs to happen.
Land development is a complex process. It's pretty linear and involves a lot of people doing a lot of things at the right time.
That's great. Now, the big question. Typically, how much does it cost to use a land development consultant, or, you know, everyone is wanting to know.
Yeah, of course.
Part of it is, it depends.
Right.
It depends
As
on what
always.
you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, your small mum and dad cutting the back off your section just to create a bit of equity or a bit of value for your property versus a major developer doing a 400 or 500 lot development.
Right.
So it really does depend. And even at the small end of the scale, you have complexities about district plan rules, about servicing properties, and just the little things that, you know, what seems simple on this particular subdivision, because of the unique nature of the grounds or flood zones and things like that on another one, our fees can differ.
Right. So then what would you suggest? When they're thinking about doing something with their land, come to you.
Talk to a land development consultant first.
So quickly, you know, a phone call or an email, I'm looking at X property, this is the address. Very quickly, within 15 minutes, you know, we can have a high level, you know, view. You know, we can know what council it's in, so we can tell you the council fees, you know, we can look at the underlying survey information, and we can look at where all the services might be lying and other, you know, things that, you know, risks, and pretty quickly, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, we can tell someone, you know, you're looking at 60 grand total, 100 grand total, you know.
Okay.
And then from there, that's when we can start a dialogue about, you know, is this what
Right.
you're expecting? You know, this is the kind of time frames. And then people start to, you know, okay, yes, that's looking like, you know, I'm keen to carry on and look further, and we can just go further into that process.
As Kate said, every council has a different set of rules, which we're cognizant of. And so your friend who did it in Wanganui, their rules are certainly different from rules in the Wellington region. And the different councils around the Wellington region, their rules all change.
For our property investors, right, you guys have worked with quite a few, and, you know, sometimes there's these great big ideas of what can happen with this land to increase the profits. But what kind of advice would you give from your perspective to investment property investors?
I'd say look at what you have already. What is the development potential for your sites that you own? Some sites lend themselves to further development, you know, additional houses being put on them, not just subdivision, but you know, can you add rooms to a development, to an existing rental unit? Can you build another rental unit on the property? Those sorts of things. Start with your own land. You know, you own that, you've got the equity in it, and anything you do, yes, it will cost $1, but you will improve your equity.
That's a good one.
And also for property investors, obviously getting the right legal and accounting advice early on, because you know, a lot of property investors, they will just be property investors, holding these properties, and start looking to develop. And we're not accountants or lawyers.
Right.
You'll become a developer and potentially a trader as well. So it's just ensuring that before you launch into development, that your investment arm, your property investment arm, that where you buy and hold property, is appropriately separated.
Right.
Get the right advice.
Get the right tax advice.
Yeah.
Right.
Particularly if you are just a pure investor, and if you're looking to start down the development line, there are potentially tax implications to those.
Right. That's good advice. Okay, you heard it here. And now there's many moms and dads out there who have some land. Maybe their home is on a piece of land and they're like, wow, we actually have an asset here. We could subdivide. What kind of advice would you give people who are in that situation?
Get professionals on your team at the beginning.
At the beginning,
Because
absolutely.
Sometimes there are clients that want to or try to do some of it themselves. Now, there are definitely aspects of the land development process that lay people can do themselves. But do it successfully, we don't see that often.
Right.
And so what that means is you either your time, it takes a very long time to achieve what you want to do because you're not a professional, or it costs you a lot more than you thought.
Right.
And then we have those people come to us partway through and they're like, help us, this is what's happened, and unfortunately then, relationships break down with the councils and they think, the council's giving them a hard time, but really you should have had some professionals to help you. We think for anyone looking at land development, they should just get the professionals onto the job. Because
build a team of people who know what they're doing and who have your outcomes in mind. So one of the things that I've learned over the years is that, in particular around the project management things, is that understanding what my clients want to achieve at the end of the process. It's not I just want to cut the land off the back of my sections. It's actually my friend did it, as Kate said, they made $150,000 profit. Well, did they really? So we need to understand what their absolute motivation is. What outcome are they looking for? And from that, we can tailor advice that actually helps them get to that end. There are times when we say, don't do it. There's no money in the job or, for you. We'd far rather give you that advice and save you money.
Yeah, that's great. It sounds like save time, save money, consult the consultant. You have been so great. You've been giving us so much information.
Thank you, Jackie.
If somebody would like to contact you and they're thinking, oh, I need to consult the consultants, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, you can just go to our website, and on our website we've got phone numbers, we've got our direct email addresses. There's also a general email address, for the office if you just prefer to put an inquiry through, and someone will pick that up. But otherwise, our direct emails are on our website. So.
Okay.
And there are links, callback links as well on the website.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Jackie.
And we will please watch more of these videos. We've heard about we need accountants, we need a lawyer. I think I'm gonna go find some to talk to. Bye guys. See you next time.